Alright, Schlockmeister fans, we're going to finish off the original Criminally Insane movies with Death Nurse 2. Let's watch. Our film picks up just where Death Nurse 1 left off. Cops knocking on the door. And Ethel kills him. Then for whatever reason we're treated to a flashback of literally like 2 minutes before he got murdered. In the previous film we saw him go in the garage and come out, but we didn't see what he actually saw in there. Since they forgot to show that scene, I guess they're showing it this time. It's a body. That's why he knocked on the door. Or they just filmed this out of sequence, I don't know. That's good.
More
Brother Gordon.
We've cut way down on our meat bill. It's good business, Gordon. The patients eat the rats, and then the rats eat the patients.
Here we have a homeless woman named Brownie. We watch her walk up and down this alley for a very long time.
You don't remember me?
City officials, social worker.
Kill you dirty motherfucker.
Now, Brownie, you wouldn't want to do that. Come on, you know I'm your friend.
You're my friend, how about a jug of wine?
Then as Edith sleeps, she has dreams or flashbacks to when she was Ethel and she murdered her sister's boyfriend and her sister. We saw this flashback scene repeated in all of the Ethel movies.
Nurse Mortley?
Brownie ends up getting checked in.
I'm John Sawyer.
How do you do?
This is Brownie. I'm afraid we don't know her last name. Here's the file that we have on her.
Give me that bag. Give me that.
They hit it off right away. Go get her, Brownie.
You think you're gonna take Brownie's bag away? You bag of shit. Gordon, help! Help! Gordon! Gordon, help! Look, I don't want your bag. I'm gonna cut your shit bag. Look, Brownie, I don't want your bag. You can keep your bag, all right?
Well, after she settles Brownie down, she goes and gets some sherry, and then the tables have turned!
The fact that she almost killed me with a knife.
Well, she's never actually stabbed anyone.
Oh, that's good.
Nevertheless, I'm adjusting my bill accordingly.
I'm sure the county will approve it.
So Edith threw Brownie in the basement with the rats, but she's actually not dead yet. She never actually stabbed anyone. Brownie comes up from the basement still alive and starts attacking Gordon. I take back what I said. She has now stabbed somebody. Uh-oh. We get a 2-for-1 attack scene in this scene. Gordon's still alive. If you look closely, it's actually Bausch & Lomb contact lens solution she's using to heal his wounds. This is a crazy Russian ranting in front of the courthouse. He has future patient written all over him. Yep. Misha's checking in.
Socialists, huh?
in a cat dish.
You better keep it down in here. You might lose your eating privileges if you don't.
Gordon's still recovering.
Edith, this isn't meat from the basement, is it?
Now you know better than that. Rat stew is just for the patients.
The new patient sure makes a lot of noise.
Now guess who's come to the door?
Good afternoon.
Now I know what you're thinking. You saw Death Nurse and you saw that woman die. Is it a ghost? In fact, here's a scene from Death Nurse.
Nurse Morley, something isn't right here.
Oh?
Where is Mr. Davis?
Why, Mr. Davis is in therapy.
In case you didn't see Death Nurse 1, here's the scene of that woman dying. As we see in flashback in Death Nurse 2. So who's that lady at the door?
Some kind of joke?
I killed you!
Joke. I'm Charity Chandler, and I'd like to have a word with you about my sister, Faith Chandler.
Your sister?
Yes. She was a patient here, and she should have been home 3 days ago.
I guess they're twins.
That's just the time she left here.
Well, it's cleaver time. Our director films her sharpening her cleaver for a very long time. By the way, that woman who plays Charity is the director's real-life mother. About 10 years after this movie got made, she got into porn. I'm not joking, look it up.
Capitalism is good.
Oh, the director fooled us. That cleaver was for Misha. Love the editing here. Edith apparently has another dream / flashback where we see another scene from Criminally Insane. Dead grandma held onto that key.
Without something concrete, there's nothing I can do.
Charity reports her sister's missing.
It's very strange the way Nurse Mortley slammed the door in my face.
Maybe she thought you were someone else, a bill collector, a processor.
I could just feel that she wasn't telling the truth.
Well, Miss Chandler is not convinced, so she goes back to the house, walks right in.
Faith? Faith? Faith?
Goes down to the basement and finds her dead sister. And meets the same fate as her sister. Great editing again. The cop called.
Have another cop snooping around. He's coming tomorrow.
I don't think Gordon cares anymore.
I'm going to have to do something about that smell downstairs before he gets here.
I've got a search warrant for these premises.
Oh boy.
What do you want to search for?
Human remains. Something has driven the rats out from your house. They brought bits of human tissue onto your front lawn.
Anyway, the cop comes in. He starts looking around.
Edith!
Edith hangs out on the couch. Looking forlorn, just like she did at the end of Death Nurse 1.
Edith! Edith!
Unfortunately, we never get a conclusion. We're just begging for a Death Nurse 3. Alright, so let's talk about Death Nurse 2, the sequel to Death Nurse. Now, this movie runs about 59 minutes. Death Nurse 1, the original, ran about 57 minutes, I think. This is what I'm thinking. Since this movie does take place, it literally picks up exactly where the other one left off. I'm thinking they filmed one movie and then decided, what the hell, let's split it into two. We have 2 hours of footage here. You know what? He probably had an hour and a half of footage, and he said, let's pad it with some more of my scenes from the past movies, and then we'll split it into two 1-hour movies. We got 2 death nurses. I think that's what happened here. Wow, these are quite films. Nick Millard, a.k.a. Nick Phillips, directed these movies. Again, he filmed them in his house with his same cast, Gordon, and of course Priscilla Alden, who plays Edith Mortley in this case, and of course his mother, who got into porn later on. She plays the twin sister of the woman who died in Death Nurse 1. She plays Charity. Oh boy. And yeah, these are quite the films. Anyway, it picks up where the next one left off. Basically, we have this doctor and the sister Edith, who run this some sort of clinic or something in-house. I don't know what kind of thing this is. They take in people who are sorry cases in the city of San Francisco, and then they bill the city for it or the county for it. And then once they arrive there, they kill them. They kill them, and then they feed them to the rats in the basement. And at one point, like she said, it's like kind of like the circle of life, you know, because they feed rat stew to these people. They eat the rats, and then the rats eat them. That's just the way it goes, right? So, anyway, again, this movie is so preposterous, but it's funny. It's got its endearing little charm, and there's a lot of extras on here, actually. An interview with Nick Millard, the actor. There's an actual little bonus feature here. Again, what else can you say about these films? They're put out by Slasher Video. You can still get these. They're pretty inexpensive at this point, about $15 or so. However, I did see something from Slasher Video recently that they are discontinuing these, so you better grab them while you can, because I have a feeling these actually might go up in price a little bit, because they're definitely unique. Incidentally, these 2 movies came out in 87 and 88. The original Criminally Insane came out in 1973 or 4, something like that, and Crazy Fat Ethel, Criminally Insane 2, came out also about 1987. However, they made a new movie, a remake called Crazy Fat Ethel in 2016, and I picked it up recently. I'm going to watch it next week as well. So that will be the end of the Crazy Fat Ethel / Criminally Insane movies. Nick Millard is still alive in San Francisco doing his thing. Priscilla Alden died maybe about 10 years ago or so. Yeah, quite the film. So anyway, Death Nurse 2, let me know what you think about it. Leave some comments down below. You know, did you notice when there was a couple of scenes where when the Russian guy was getting killed, as well as when the old lady was getting killed, Charity, you could see that Edith was stabbing them, and but they cut away. Like there was one scene where Edith is stabbed, and then there was another scene where you see the person getting stabbed. They were actually cut. They weren't filmed in sequence. They were filmed in 2 separate scenes. So the guy is screaming, and the woman is screaming as they're getting stabbed. But then when they cut back to Edith, bringing down the cleaver, totally silent. Cut back to the victim, screaming again. It's like silent voices, screaming, silence, screaming, silence. That's what happens. Just a low-budget trash, but it's endearing, like I said. So watch it, leave some comments down below, let me know what you think about it. Death Nurse 2! Check it out. Bye.